All right, so we didn't record the session because I was sick, and so I just didn't want people listening to me blowing my nose the whole session and speaking with a scratchy throat. But we decided to do a recap of the session this time, and so I don't know. Why don't you guys just talk about what happened, and that'll be our version of a of a recording tonight.
Yeah, so we started off with the tournament to determine the leader of the anti-Glorious Emperor Alliance. I don't know, name pending type of thing going on there. And a pretty impressive showing by Boris Drunken Sword. Managed to knock down someone who was very clearly higher She rank than him to quite low, and I think I did that 13 wounds to him basically.
Yeah, I think it's 13.
He took quite a
Before.
beating too. He took quite a beating in that fight, but he managed to really whittle the guy down.
And then Pei Shin Yu defeated Saffron Tigress. And then the final bracket of the tournament was Pei Shin Yu versus Fan Batu, the Kylan guy, who defeated Boris Drunken Sword. And their fight, but Fan Batu didn't have any way of recovering from his injuries in the fight against Boris Drunken Sword, so Pei Shin Yu won that quite easily, I think it was. And then we started making plans for how to overthrow.
Also, during Fan Batu's fight with Boris Drunken Sword, there was a point where he attacked several of the spectators, so he seems a bit unhinged as a character.
Yeah, and we should say Fan Batu was the Kailin guy that Bronze Master brought into the duel, so that he could basically make him the leader of the alliance, and it seemed he was willing to cheat.
But there was lots of talking, I think, that came up next. So we sort of basically decided that we'd try to rope some generals over to our cause. We'd ally with Haiyan, and we would make Snake Peak our base of operations, which is where Pei Shin Yu sort of lives. We had like a thing on our priority list was to kill General D, who is Pei Shin Yu's ex-husband, who she deems irrevocably corrupted by the Emperor. So we've got that on our sort of task list of things to do. We agreed that we should try to raid the city of Fan as well to see if we can destroy the Yao Heart repository in the statue of the Bold King, if that indeed is where they are kept. And there was an offer of like 40,000 Kaiden men by Bronze Master to help assault the city. But yeah, there's some we sort of that Pei Shin Yu decided to just set up a war council so that people could discuss what to do next instead of just committing blindly and agreeing to take soldiers into the borders for whatever reason. So on that council will be Pei Shin Yu chairing, Saffron Tigress, Queen Lu Shi, and Fan Batu as well, I think. I don't know if there was anyone else who was on the council. Was Zygodmon invited or not? I don't think he would. He's not much to add either way.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then what happened? Then you guys went to Wuzhen, right? Was that the next?
But yeah.
Yeah, I went there to recruit Chief Wu of the beggars. I'm trying to get all the beggar chiefs on our side. So yeah, Wuzhen was burning when we got there. They were doing retribution for helping us. So they I was the only one that actually went into the town for the obvious reason. They're not really looking for me. I haven't been around long enough to get on their radar. And plus I'm a dirty beggar, so I could get in there easily. So I talked to Chief Wu, and he was a little reluctant to stick his neck out and help anymore. And his comment was that, when things get bad, the beggars always get hit first, and I pointed out that things are going to get bad, so we might as well have allies when things get bad. So that won him over. And yeah. After we found out that General Jinzai, who we were going to be attempting to recruit next, was the guy that burned down the town and murdered all the innocent people. So that complicated that plan definitely. And from there, we moved on to River Village, where I attempted to recruit Chief Zen, who the River Village maggot, who's the guy that likes to eat all the disgusting, rotten food. And he was outraged at the news of what happened in Wujian, so I had no trouble winning him over. He was more ready to go than I was. So he wants to round up 100 beggars and go get vengeance immediately. And I told him I'd go recruit my friends who were off doing their thing, which I will put it back to them.
Yeah. We went to visit the Celestial Plume Masters to try and gain their support against the Emperor, and it was given to us by an extremely high leader of the sect, so we're not 100% sure if that we can really count on them at the moment.
Yeah, and one detail I probably should mention too is the entire Pei family of the Pei family bookshop who gave them shelter when they were hiding in Wujian. They were beheaded and their heads were hung at the gates of the city, and there was basically a warning to any other town that offered refuge to killers of Daoju, is what they called them. But yeah, and so did anything else happen with the Celestial Plume Masters, or was that everything?
We found out where Nightfawn's base of operations is, kind of where we would be able to find him, and it was suggested that we go. I don't know how accurate like the suggestion is, but apparently like they have lots of strong, capable people, and they might be enlisted into our cause.
Was it the Celestial Plume Master that mentioned the
Yeah.
what should you call it? The grotto place.
Oh no, that was the master. That was Master Strong.
Okay.
He recommended that we go talk to Nightfall and his mother. Maybe they'll be able to provide some assistance, but I don't know how accurate that would be, given that the guy was high off his nuts. So yeah, then afterwards we finally got back to Master Strong's cave with his 2 moon bears, and returned the cleaned Yao rattling saber to Master Strong, and
which Wuji took off of Boris Drunken's sword whilst he was unconscious.
Oh yeah, while he was passed out from his wounds, we took the saber off his body and hide-held it basically. It's probably not going to be too pleased, but we can just I'm sure I can persuade him. I think I know how to persuade him. I can just tell him like I know how to make them. I can make you a sword instead of a saber, which isn't as doesn't go as well with alcohol, I think.
Yeah, because he basically gave you the recipe, so
theory. And we have the Yao teeth already. Technically, I think we have like 60 Yao teeth or whatever.
And I don't know if we mentioned too. You also found out that there were some Kailin in the area, and you had expressed some potential interest in not pursuing them, but in bringing them into your attack on the general.
It's a bit iffy because Borga was the leader of some men that we killed at some point in the past. And so, well, actually, no, I say like some men. I don't know if Dao Fang and Boris Shock Sword were there when I ambushed the cat.
I don't think we were. Oh wait, no, we were. You just didn't tell us what was going on.
Yes. We that's when we stole the corpse of the remains of Sun Mai, the corpse of Sun Mai, the remains of Sun Mai, whatever, which turned out to be talking
Yeah,
monkey.
we were there. We just we didn't ask any questions. We're
Yeah,
just
I asked for help to take care of some people. Did we kill them or did we just knock them out?
I think we killed them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys killed them. We can go. I think we have a recording of that one, so we could probably go and check and verify the precise details.
I feel like we would have killed them, but I don't know if I would have been like, or we were stealing something from them already, so there's no need to kill them. But
so that would have been back when you were first going to Iron God Mung, right? Very early in the campaign. Was that the time frame?
yeah, I think so. Thereabouts. I think we'd already met Iron God Mung, and we were like sort of partway through the setting up the trade, the Celestial Plume agreement.
I think we were Chi rank 2 when it happened.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We'll try to go back and see if we can find the exact, because if you did leave them alive, that might change things. And were there any other details this session, or was that?
I think we probably just.
I think that's all the main points.
Okay.
Oh no, we also read
the grotto.
The grotto, yeah, Zikan grotto, where supposedly there's a technique that can reverse the Yaoification process, and that clues to where this maybe are held by the Jade Owl bandits.
And the exact process for making Yao killing blades is apparently to burn a Yao's heart in the forge, and then after removing the teeth and putting the teeth into the hilt of the blade afterwards.
Yeah, that was from Master Zhang, right? That was the.
Yeah, that's how he apparently made his.
And so all right. So I think that's the recap. Unless there was something that we missed. Normally we have a recording of the session, obviously. So next time we'll just have a normal recording. But just because I was under the weather, I opted to not record today. But I still wanted to get the details of the campaign on record, so anyone following can kind of keep track. And,
very important question: do we hit Chi 5? How much experience?
Oh, you're waiting for the recording to hit me with that one.
Yes.
I think,
all
right.
Very important.
All right. Let me. You know what? We'll do this on the recording since you brought it up on the recording. All right. Did you guys kill anybody today?
No.
I did.
As long as we get 2 XP, I'm happy because that's all we need to level up.
Don't tell me. I don't want to know any of that when I'm determining this. Okay. I want to just be a blank slate while I'm figuring out how much you guys get. So I'm going to go down the list of
Boris
questions.
Drunken Sword defeated, not defeated, but did a lot of damage to Fabatu.
All right, so defeating a powerful foe, I'm going to give you like an like maybe. Did you grow your reputation?
We recruited
quite a
few.
We had so many wanted posters. Like, does that count? Like, negatively growing your reputation?
All right.
Does that count?
That's
Fair
true.
enough.
Increased your infamy.
All right.
Yeah,
Did you perform a great deed?
We organized a duel between like several powerful...
Yeah, we helped unite the sects.
Yeah, we united the sects against the common cause. Does that count?
All right.
Or was that for last session already? So
I think you are honestly getting like 2.5. So we're gonna call it 2.
all right.
Because you qualify for at least 2 categories. So that we'll call it 2. And yeah, so that's so you guys are Chi 5 now. Is that?
Yeah.
All right. So just anybody listening, the group is Chi 5 now. If you,
I like to clarify that I am not Chi 5.
Oh,
I am still.
that's
We
right.
don't know what sheet you are because your character sheet is just like
it's
lost in
missing.
the ether.
Well, it's ambiguous.
Well,
but
you're
I'm
somewhere.
definitely not Chi 5.
You're somewhere between 3 and 4. We know that.
Yeah.
So
Not between 4 and 5.
I don't think so. I don't think it's enough because he came in. He's lower than everybody else because he.
I started at 3.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll figure that out before next session though. So anyways, again, we'll be back on with the full podcast next time. And I know this is Monday. We just had to swap days. Normally we put this out on Tuesday. And so yeah. So also Curse of the Golden Flower this Friday. People should listen in to Wushu Weekend. We will be doing Curse of the Golden Flower. Definitely hit us up with your your thoughts and your questions. And you can support Wushu Weekend on Patreon now. So if you like Wushu Weekend and you want to support it, feel free. So all right, we will talk to you later.